Well, this the penthouse, because it is the penthouse level, in case you don't believe me. This the penthouse. Wait till we get to the house. Wait till we get to the house. Wait till we get to the house. I'm at the motherfucking house, Houston. The boss is back. The king of the motherfucking city is here. Hey. That's why we look at the games from right here. Cause we got cribs paid. We got the houses paid off. We got the cars paid off. It's gonna be tough to beat us, man. I know that. It's gonna be tough to beat us. It's gonna be tough to beat us. In any category, I would say. In any category. So yeah, I love it. Get fresh contest H-Town, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Big Cuban, who rolling? Big Cuban, who rolling? Who, I don't know, but that's the biggest one of the city. We got a few different rollers. We got rollers in different colors. You know what I'm saying? We got APs, we got Cartiers, we got big diamonds. Nobody got no earrings that big. Nobody in the city of Houston got no earrings that big. Nobody got big earrings like that. Petty thieves hit a good lick, man. They got me for my jury. I was slipping, but we working on it.
Sources telling our Isaiah Carey that burglars broke into Slim Thug's apartment late Monday night on Texas Avenue in downtown Houston. Now we're told the burglars forced their way into the unit and took jewelry and cash. It's unclear though how much was stolen. Houston police say security found a door that was forced open, but we don't know who made the initial call to police. No one was inside the unit at the time of the break-in. The burglary of Slim Thug's apartment follows a couple other high-profile break-ins of celebrity homes here in Houston. In 2019, DeMonte Jackson forced his way into Bun B's home and put a gun to his wife Queenie's head. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison. And 2 years ago, several people were arrested and charged in the burglary of Jose Altuve's home. They're accused of stealing nearly $1 million worth of high-end luxury watches from Altuve's home during the team's home opener in 2023.
You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lim. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Nigga broke in my spot. Some niggas broke in my spot. Petty thieves hit a good lick, man. They got me for my jury. I was slipping, but we working on it. But we ain't even tripping though. I'm in the penthouse. How the fuck did they get in the penthouse is what I want to know. The penthouse, you only can have a fall from my floor. Petty thief. I'm gonna get this insurance money. I'm gonna buy me a car. I ain't buying no jury for y'all niggas. I'm wearing eye watches. You niggas too petty. I ain't finna go crazy. I got footage of niggas and everything, but I ain't finna go crazy over no shit. We got insurance, so we good. But we ain't good where we covered. But we good, you know, but it's still some slick shit. Yeah, I don't know. We got some footage of everybody, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm worried. I'm like, how the fuck they get to the penthouse? Look how high we is. How the fuck they get up here? They did steal some cash. They stole the sugar baby flowers. That nigga stole the sugar baby flower. That's what cash they took. I don't even fuck with cash. Fuck cash. That's why I don't fuck with cash, cause shit like this. They stole the sugar baby flowers. Nah, that's some black dudes. It's like 4 of them. I had insurance, but not enough for all my shit. I had too much shit to cover all my shit. A month be $10,000 a month on insurance. So I didn't have all my shit, but they ain't get all my shit either though. So they got the good shit though.
Say man, hey man, it's OG Jucario. Now I'm back at you with another one. And Slim Thug robbed of jewelry in Houston penthouse heist, says Houston police. Rapper Slim Thug said burglars broke into his Houston penthouse while he was at the Houston Cougars game and stole his jewelry, amongst other things. Slim Thug returned to Houston to find his penthouse burglared and his jewelry gone after thieves broke into his high-rise apartment while he was in San Antonio supporting the University of Houston Cougars during the NCAA men's basketball championship. Petty thieves hit a good lick, man, he said Tuesday on Instagram. They got me for my jewelry, dog. I was slipping, said Slim Thug. The Houston Chronicle reports that the burglary happened at the Catalyst condominiums on Texas Avenue sometime between 3:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. on Monday, April 7th, according to the Houston Police Department. Now, why they acting like they don't know what time it happened when Slim Thug himself said he got cameras, surveillance, footage of this happening? What time was it when it happened? That's crazy. But investigators say that the suspects made off with jewelry, cash, and other valuables. No arrests have been made. Slim Thug was surprised that the intruders managed to get inside of his penthouse unit. He also shared that he has surveillance footage of the suspects, describing them as 4 black dudes. Though visibly frustrated, the Houston rapper kept a level tone in his video, focusing more on the security breach than the missing items. He said he plans to stop buying jewelry altogether and instead use the insurance payout to purchase cars, though he acknowledged the money won't fully cover his losses. Slim said, I have insurance, but not enough for all my ish, Slim Thug explained. I had too much ish to cover all my ish, would have been at least $10,000 a month on insurance alone. So I didn't have all my ish. But they ain't get all my ish either, though. I was slipping, he repeated. Notice how often he travels and leaves valuables behind. Wow, it's crazy work. So they're saying that Slim Thug's penthouse was robbed, and Slim is wondering, how did they gain access into my unit? How did they get in here? He's way up there, close to the top. So it's like, how did they pack all this stuff out of here? How did they, get in there without being seen? What type of security, protocol is it at this place? If it was any at all, right? But all these are still questions that hasn't been answered. And Slim Thug said he has the footage. That's right. Said he has these 4 black dudes that came into his penthouse there and stole those items on surveillance video. Slim left out a whole bunch of details, like, did they find any evidence there? Like, did somebody leave something behind? Like fingerprints, right? A lighter, a drink, any type of substance, that would link these criminals to the crime, right? If they was to have on some type of gloves and mask and things of that nature. But I can't see these guys moving around inside this penthouse, right? This high-rise penthouse, wearing gloves and masks without people being notified and alarmed, right, of their presence. So I'm pretty sure at some point these guys showed their face, and Slim didn't seem too enthused about putting some footage out, right? He's saying that he's not going to go crazy behind it and, I'm guessing do nothing crazy like what? Put the footage out of these guys. But obviously HPD had to get the footage from Slim in order to, continue the investigation on this whole ordeal, right? Because at the end of the day, an investigation still has to be done. And regardless if Slim Thug wants to, put this video footage out there for the public, or not, that has nothing to do with HPD doing their job. They're going to get that footage, right? And they're going to go, and investigate to the fullest extent that they can, right? And if any suspects can be, arrested and charged for this crime, then I'm pretty sure then that's what's going to happen. Now, Thug didn't seem too enthused about getting these guys locked up. He mentioned that, yeah, he does have the surveillance video. And like I said, it was very vague about the evidence. He didn't say if these guys, left any type of evidence behind, right, that could also, lead to their capture, right? Their arrest. He didn't give us no other descriptions besides they were 4 black guys, okay? Now, that's not really giving us nothing to work with. Now, I don't believe Slim is going to release the footage on his own. I don't believe he, would do this publicly. But as far as, like I said, the law enforcement, they will have, a copy of it and view it and things of that nature for the investigation. But I don't think Slim wants to be looked at as a snitch. That's the reason why I say I don't think Slim is going to be, releasing that footage of these guys who, broke into his penthouse. Because, he didn't seem too enthused about, putting out, the information as far as, what these guys look like, what they were driving, if that was seen, or, it was a whole bunch of, just missing details that Slim, himself didn't really want to fill us in on, other than 4 black dudes, petty thieves. Right. And so this lets me know further that, I don't think Slim wants to really participate, in working with the law enforcement in order to solve, this crime of this robbery at one of his residences. Now, we hear Slim say, as far as his suspicion on how these guys even got in his penthouse unit, being so far up, hey man, say man. It was some slick shit going on, like Slim said, some slick shit went on, in order for them guys to, pull this off like this right here, man. Say, man, something ain't right? So, was the security or whoever was, supposed to be on the lookout and keep that facility, that premises safe, was they doing their job? Was they in on it, right? Was they just letting anybody, up and in and out these penthouses for that little old time being while this robbery, this heist was being pulled off? Well, that's what it seems like to me, because, hey, they pulled it off, right? I mean, how did they get inside? Now, according to TMZ, a spokesperson for the Houston Police Department tells TMZ Monday around 11 p.m., security at an apartment complex discovered the break-in. Cops say that the security spotted a door that had been forced open, and multiple items from inside the apartment were taken, including jewelry, cash, and other valuables. We're told that Slim Thug, whose legal name is Stave Jerome Thomas, wasn't at the apartment during the burglary because he was at the Houston Cougars game in support of the team. Houston police responded to the scene, took a report, and spoke to Slim Thug over the phone. And no arrests have been made yet, and police say that the investigation is still ongoing. Now, from reading this TMZ article, this right here is very suspicious to me, you guys. It's saying that the security, right? The same people who's supposed to have been protecting this property, this premises, from being broken into and burglarized and robbed, right? People terrorized who, live here. Now they show up saying, oh, hey, we see a door that's been forced open. Really? So all the forcing that they had to do, all that noise that they had to make to force it open, where were you guys then? Where was your antennas when they was forcing it open? Boy, I tell you, these people something else, man. Somebody come see this shit right here. They came around 11 p.m. and seen that Slim Thug door had been forced open. So that means it was damaged, right? So how did they damage it? I mean, when no type of noise being made, then nobody noticed that somebody was breaking in over here at this penthouse unit, right? It's crazy. It's nasty work, because it seemed like to me that, people just turned their heads because it was a rapper, Slim Thug, right? Black guy, the thug guy. Yeah, it isn't our problem. It ain't my problem. That's how they, that's how they treated Slim Thug when it came down to this penthouse heist, right? It ain't my problem. Slim Thug is being real laid back about the situation, saying that the insurance is going to cover this, and hey, it's all good. Even though what could have enticed these people, what could have, sparked their interest to rob this actual penthouse would be that when Slim Thug was going back and forth, with Sauce Walker on the internet and all these other guys about Houston fashion a couple of months ago, right? And who was the freshest, what era of, hip hop, right? Have with fashion and who did what and this and that, whatever. Slim Thug showed a whole bunch of his jewelry, right? At the penthouse. Showed a whole bunch of valuables at that penthouse, right? They could have sparked people's interest and wanted to get up in there and see if those same valuables that he showed on video were still there. And guess what? Jackpot. And some of these pieces, some of this jewelry that Slim Thug had at that penthouse were jewelry that he says and claims that he had since the beginning of his rap career that he first started out and when he was buying jewelry, right? So a lot of that stuff was near and dear and real rare to his heart. It's now gone and now in the hands of those petty thieves. Wowzers. Yikes. Slim said y'all too tough for him, man. He said he ain't buying no more jewelry, man. Right? No more chains, no more nothing. Said he buying automobiles from now on out with his money. So y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire situation. So until the next time, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in rap, hip hop, celebrity, and urban news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notifications so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, her, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.